Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today I'm going to be giving you guys a review and wear test of the Auric Glow Lust. Now I will be including a table of contents in the description and in a pinned comment, so in case you want to skip around, that's there for you. So I'll be giving you guys my review of this, some wear test, prices, shipping, and all of that good stuff. For reference, I do have normal to oily skin and I am quite acne prone, and I do have a little bit of texture as well. This is what the packaging of the Glow Lust looks like. It's very hefty weighted glass. The gold detailing on the bottle is nicely printed on, it won't scratch off. There's gold dripping on the sides and the logo is in the top right there. And for reference, I'm in the shade Selenite. So this stuff is kind of meant to be used as both like a mix into skincare, mix into your foundation, wear it alone, or as a liquid luminizer. Now in the wear tests, I did test this out underneath a foundation and also on its own, and I'm wearing it on its own right now. I personally would never use this as a liquid luminizer or mix it into my skincare. That's just me personally. I'm not into that, so I'm not going to be testing that method out for you guys, unfortunately. Now, I've worn this about 8 times since I got it, so I can give you a pretty thorough review of it. I'm just going to say it right now, this is liquid magic. My personal way to apply this is just all over my face without a foundation, because in case you're new here, I don't wear foundation. It's not my preferred method. I don't like the way it makes my skin look. Instead of foundation, I like to wear tinted moisturizer, but even then, 80% of the time, I'm just wearing primer and concealer. However, because of that, I love this stuff. It evens out my skin tone quite nicely because it is tinted, and even though I have oily skin, it doesn't make me look greasy. It doesn't feel greasy on the skin either. It's very lightweight. It almost feels like I'm applying skincare in a way, and I personally like applying this with a damp sponge. So like I mentioned, this evens out my skin tone. It doesn't emphasize any of my texture, and it just looks like my skin. Even when I set this down with powder, because me personally, I have to set things with powder because of my oily skin, even though I set it with powder, you can still see the glow come through, and it just looks like my skin is dewy and radiant. And even when my oils do break through, it doesn't feel greasy at all. And it doesn't even look greasy either, because I find, because I like to use a matte concealer and mattify my entire face, I find that when I get oily mostly in my T-zone and in my cheeks and chin, basically all over my face. And whenever my oils come through and the rest of my face is matte, it looks like oil. Like, it doesn't look like, oh, nice glow. It looks greasy. However, when my oils come through while I'm wearing this stuff, it kind of just looks like it's my skin, but just a bit more glowy. Because all of my skin is radiant, it kind of like neutralizes the amount of oil in a way. Does that make any sense? That might make a little bit more sense when I do the wear test where I'm wearing a foundation on top. You also get 35 milliliters of product, which is how many ounces? I don't know American. 1.18 fluid ounces. I find that even when my oils start to peek through, this doesn't get broken down by my oily skin, which my oily skin, it will destroy products. If you have oily skin, you know that it's very hard to find base products that work because our skin just destroys it and breaks it up and eats it. I will say that this doesn't really last on my nose, but nothing lasts on my nose because of how oily it is and because I wear glasses. So that's not really a deal breaker for me. And this also doesn't settle into any of my fine lines. Now, bear in mind, I am 20 years old. I am still a child. However, I find that most products sit in my smile lines right here because I do have deep set smile lines. Thank you, chubby cheeks. And I do have a couple of lines up here because I like to make facial expressions, but this doesn't settle into any of those. It's very long wearing, it lasts all day, and I have no issue with it. Even when I don't use my Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray, which I always use if I'm wearing base products, this still lasts beautifully throughout the day. Obviously it lasts better with All-Nighter, but it lasts really well. I didn't expect to love this as much as I do. It is literally perfect for you if you just like to have glowy skin, or if you're like me and you only use primer, concealer, and powder, you don't use foundation. Coming from me, where I have normal to oily skin and most products don't really last that well on me, base product wise, the fact that I would repurchase this and it's a glowy product, that says a lot. And it does feel quite hydrating on the skin. I really think all skin types can get down with this stuff. But anyways, let's move on into the wear tests. The first wear test, I use a foundation, and the second wear test is me doing this look right here, which is just the Auric stuff and concealer. Excuse the wet hair, I just came out of the shower, but we're going to be testing this underneath a foundation. Now for this wear test, to see if this actually does make a difference, I'm only going to be applying the Auric Glow Lust on one half of my face. The other half we're just going to be doing primer, foundation, concealer, powder, all that stuff. But anyways, let's get started. I'm going to be using the Milani Rose Hydrating Primer. Now for me and my oily skin, I need to have a primer. Even though this one is hydrating, it does help the longevity of my makeup. If I don't use a primer, my makeup does not last on me. Now on the left side of my face, I'm going to be applying the Auric Glow Lust. Zooming you super close so you can see that this half of my face has the Auric Glow Lust, and this side just has primer. Now we are going to be applying my foundation product. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. This is my current favourite foundation, however I will be finding an alternative to it, as we know I don't support Colourpop. And now on the other side of my face, I'm going to be applying the rest of that tinted moisturizer. I'm going to try and apply the same amount, using the same technique that I did before, except this time when we blend, I will be using the bottom of the sponge. Zoom gel in a little bit closer so you can see everything. This half of my face just has tinted moisturizer and primer. This half has the Glow Lust along with the tinted moisturizer and the primer. And also I'm noticing that this half of my face, along with it being a bit more glowy and fresh looking, it also has a bit more added coverage. Now bear in mind that this tinted moisturizer is a light coverage, so I'm not too sure how the Glow Lust will actually show through if you use a high coverage foundation. I'm actually going to keep you zoomed in close while I do the rest of my base makeup now. For concealer, I'm using the Uoma Beauty Stay Woke Concealer. This is a matte concealer and I'm just going to be applying this underneath my eyes. For powder, I'm going to be using the Nabla Close-Up Pressed Powder, and I'm just going to try and set just underneath my eyes and my T-zone, because that is where I get oily. And I know this might sound counterproductive, but I am going to lightly set the rest of my face with a really big powder brush, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of powder and just tap it over my skin. The reason why I say this is counterintuitive, because I do have oily skin. You may think, why are you powdering your skin when you have a glowy product on? But I have to use a light layer of powder because that's how my skin works. I need powder on my skin. I know we're so close for comfort, but I think you can see, especially in this area right here, how this is just completely matte. However, when I look in this way, not too sure if you're gonna see it on camera, but there is like a slight glow there. Now I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera just so we can keep this short and snappy, but in case you're curious, in this wear test and in the wear test where I'm just using the Glow Lust, I'm going to be using the same products on my cheeks just so everything is even. So my bronzer, I'm using the Becca Bali Sands bronzer. For blush, I'll be using the Ingrid Cosmetics blush in Carrot Cool. This is a matte blush because I don't want to add any glow. And for my highlighter, I'll be using my Essence Choose Your Glow palette. But anyways, I'll check in with you guys when my face is done and we can start the wear test. Alright, so the rest of my face is done and I did really simple eyeshadow because I don't want it to distract from the wear test that we're doing. This side has the Glow Lust, this side has nothing. The time is currently 1:17, I believe. So I'll check in at the 4-hour mark and the 8-hour mark. But yeah, this is what my skin currently looks like. I'll show you guys what it looks like in natural daylight as well. But here's a look at my skin in natural daylight. Also cat break. Georgie! He always does that because that's where the treats are. George! Naughty! Naughty! This is turning into a vlog. I need to stop. Georgie, say hi! Alright, I'm currently in our sunroom because this is the best lighting in the house at the moment. It is currently 5:28 p.m, so roughly 4.5 hours, excuse me. Notifications, how rude. So a reminder, this side has the Glow Lust on it and this side doesn't. And I do think think you can see a difference. And even though you can see that my oils are coming through right now, I don't look overtly greasy or anything like that. Yeah, like I mentioned, I do prefer the side with the Glow Lust, so I will check back in with you guys in another 4 hours, so maybe around 8 or 9 p.m. Okay, it's the end of the night and it is currently 8:51 p.m, so almost 9, so I believe this makeup on has been on for about 8 hours, 8.5 hours, 9 hours, I don't know math. I bring you to my harsh bathroom lighting and the fact that I'm in my pajamas, so let's have a nice look at my skin, shall we? As we can see, I'm very oily. I did not powder my face throughout the day, I must say, and I didn't use a setting spray either, so... And even though I am oily now, I haven't blotted at all, you can still see that this side of my face is nicely radiant all over. So even though the oils have come through and I look even more glowy, yeah, I'll wash this off and I'll see you guys in the next wear test. Alright, so now we're moving on to the wear test of just using the Glow Lust on its own. Also, to keep things consistent, I will be using the exact same base products as I did in the previous wear test. So I'm first going to be priming my skin. Now I'm going to be applying the Auric Glow Lust all over my face. This is what my skin looks like with the Auric Glow Lust not set. I'm going to be using the Uoma Beauty Stay Woke Concealer just underneath my eyes. And I'm setting my face with the Nabla Close-Up Pressed Powder. And now I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just lightly press all over the rest of my face. And this is what the Auric Glow Lust looks like with everything on. Alright, so I've finished the rest of my face and this is what we are working with today. I've only put face highlighter just at the top of my cheekbones right here. I have not put highlighter anywhere else on my face. So let's start this wear test. It is currently just over 11 o'clock and I'll probably check back in with you guys at about 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours. Again, I did really simple makeup today because I didn't want to distract from the wear test, but yeah, I'll see you guys in a few hours. Okay, the lighting is really weird, I do apologize, but it is currently 4:25 p.m, so it's just been over 5.5 hours, or just around 5.5 hours. Let's have a nice good look at my skin. As we can see, it has worn off quite a lot around my nose, but that is to be expected. Normally at this point, I would blot my face or powder it just a little bit in my forehead, but my skin still looks really fucking amazing considering I haven't powdered and I haven't used setting spray. But yeah, this is what my skin is looking like at the 5.5 hour check-in. I will check back in with you guys maybe at around the 8-hour mark, maybe 10-hour mark, we'll see. Alright, my girls, gays and theys, it is currently 9:05 p.m. That was chaotic. I have not powdered my skin. I may have accidentally touched my forehead like that with the back of my wrist because I was playing video games and you know how that goes. Let's get real up close and personal. I've just looked in the mirror and of course my nose is a bit chaotic and a little bit cakey, but I can just tap that out and probably fix it. So it's been about 10 hours with me wearing this and I feel a little bit like slightly oily, like a little bit oily, but if I just like patted that down, that feeling would go away. But I do love the way my skin looks. Obviously if I was doing this like normally, in a normal day, I would powder down my skin throughout the day because that's just what I do, just to take down a little bit of the oils. But yeah, that's the end of this wear test. I'm gonna wash off my makeup, finish editing this video, and go to bed. But yeah, see you guys in the outro. Alright, let's talk about prices, shipping, and shades. So like I mentioned, I'm in the shade Selenite, and this is a dead-on perfect match for me. There's also 7 shades, and the shade range is pretty damn good. I find that one shade can work for multiple different skin tones, but the shade range is A+. Now let's talk about pricing. This costs 45 USD, which if I do my handy dandy mathematics, aka Googling, that is £32.29. For £32, I find that that is a fantastic price considering how incredible this stuff is. I am very much willing to pay that price over and over and over. Yes, it's a bit more expensive, but I can honestly see myself using this for a very long time, and the bottle is quite big and weighty. I don't think I'll run out of this anytime soon, even though I wear it almost every day. Now, shipping to the UK was 25 US dollars. I feel like a lot of Americans are gonna watch this video and go, 25 US dollars for shipping? Jesus. But yeah, that is the average price that we have to pay for American products. And also, in case you're curious, 25 US dollars is £17.94. Yes, £17.94 just for shipping. One thing I do appreciate about Auric is that when you check out, they have this little pop-up on the screen right here, and it says, duties and taxes will not be paid on orders to Australia, Canada, and the UK. Customers will be responsible to pay for the order when it's received. Duties and taxes will be paid for orders to the EU. Now, I do appreciate that because even though I am a frequent makeup customer and I buy a lot from the US, I always expect customs. However, I do appreciate that Auric does say that like right when you order, right at checkout, because I know a lot of people that may not always order from the US may see that and go, okay, at least I'm aware that I have to pay customs. I know a lot of brands do, but I just wanted to make note of that. However, even though I live in the UK, I did not get charged customs for this, which I did a happy dance because hell the fuck yes. But either way, I did not pay customs on this, so that makes me very happy, and that does impact how I feel about it, because if I had to pay customs, I think even then I'd still really like this product, but just to be aware that I'm an international customer, so when I pay expensive shipping and customs, I expect a higher quality product. I am a lot more critical of makeup because of that. Now let's talk about how long this took to get to me. Now usually when I order stuff from the US, my usual wait time is 2 weeks to 2 months. Yes, you heard that correctly, American friends. I know this isn't the time and place to be a bit bitchy, but like, when I hear Americans complain about shipping, just shush. You don't have to pay duties, you don't have to pay customs, you don't have to wait 2 months to get your stuff. Shh. However, this took exactly a week to get to me. 1 week from placing the order to it getting to my house, 1 week. So you can imagine that is very fucking fast shipping considering I'm expecting to wait 2 weeks to 2 months. But anyways, my final thoughts on the Auric Glow Lust. I really fucking like this, and I can easily see myself buying from Auric in the future because of my positive shipping experience. I genuinely don't have any cons to say about the Glow Lust. I am dead ass being serious. I have no cons at all. Normally when I do my reviews, I like to give you the pros and the cons, but I only have pros to say about this stuff. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this video wasn't too long because I wanted to be as thorough as possible in my review. Let me know, do you have the Auric Glow Lust? Do you love it? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, then follow me on my Instagram. It's Beauty by Skye right here. I post all of my looks, sneak peeks to new videos, and all of that great stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here, and as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!